Hey everyone, check out the last Hack City of 2025 happening December 12th. Doors are at 7, shows at 7:30. Just visit asiannotasianpod.com or Google Hack City Comedy. I'll be there. Supposedly Jenny will be doing stand-up comedy for the first time ever, so check that out. Come celebrate the last comedy show of the year, or maybe ever.
100%. I think I feel like with things ending, I feel it's like, oh, it'd be nice to have time to like think of new things. Because right now I feel like I'm kind of don't have enough time to think.
It's the Asian Not Asian podcast, the podcast with all of your favorite Asian friends. I'm saying Asian now instead of redacted because, you know, this is one of the last choppers out of the country, if you know what I mean. We're almost out of here.
Yeah, we're almost out of here.
We're almost out of here. Yeah, we're kind of a lame duck now. But it feels it. You know what it is? We're at the stage. We're like Soviet Russia collapsing, right? And so we're burning the documents. We're shredding documents.
So dark, yeah.
We're just like, get rid of the evidence. I'm deleting the whole hard drives.
Except for me, it's just like deleting TikTok off my phone.
Yeah.
I haven't deleted my account. I've just deleted the app off my phone.
You did it.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I have a lot more time in the day.
I was thinking about getting one of those. I get the ads served to me all the time. That brick thing.
Do you know who I think has them? Brian Park.
Brian Park.
Oh,
he
and
loves
also
it.
our guest, maybe.
Oh, really? Okay, our
yes.
guest has it too. Okay, we'll get into it. It is. I can't tell if it's anti-capitalist to use it or to not use it, because then if you use it, you're more productive. But then if you don't use it, you're on the thing that the capitalists want. I can't tell.
It's literally capitalism creating something that then becomes a problem, then creating another thing to solve this problem that didn't need to exist to begin with.
Genius.
It's like, and now someone's going to create like a table that holds your brick or whatever it is. Like it's going to be like the next level of something.
Oh man, I was just thinking about that. The reason why I don't have brick is because I'm afraid of losing the brick. So I'm like, I wish there was a place in my house I could keep it. What if? Okay, sharks.
Yeah.
Okay, sharks, check this out. Everybody's wondering where you're going to put your bricks. But what if there was a special place that was beautifully designed for you to put your brick? We source all of our brick desks from Bolivia using sustainable wood from the rainforest. Okay. Well, I forgot what we were talking about. Oh, yeah. So welcome to the podcast. Couple of quick announcements. Thank you for everybody who came to my stand-up show. We did it again somehow yesterday, right, Jenny?
We did it. I haven't been there in a while.
You haven't. And how did it feel?
It felt good. I felt like I had like a storage of stories, because like usually I'm like, I don't know what to talk about, but because I was gone for so many months, I was like, I have things to talk about.
You got
and so that was nice.
Yeah. They were fun, and I think we're going to be talking about more about them because we like barely have enough time for you and I to like talk up top when we host. But we'll talk about those things now. We don't have a show in November, but we have one on Friday, the second week of December. Let me look real quick what day that is. It looks like that is December 12th. So December 12th is the last Hack City of 2025. Hopefully not the last one ever. Hopefully we keep it going. The next day I have to fly out of New York City, so please come, because I don't know, it'll be just a nice goodbye to New York for 2025, maybe forever, who knows, maybe I'll just abandon my shit and just never come back. That could happen. So otherwise, by this time this has come out, our farewell show has already happened. So let's just preemptively talk about how awesome it was. Dude, such a good show, Jenny.
Such a good show. It made me so sentimental. And God,
it did.
the special guests made me laugh.
They I can't believe it. I mean, I guess we can say Jennifer Lawrence. That was crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy.
No.
She insisted on being on an Asian show for some reason.
She wanted to be on an Asian show. Did you know that she's a quarter Nepalese? I didn't know that. That's wild. That's wild.
It's wild. And I'm glad she revealed it at our Littlefield show.
Totally. And that she's going to be in the new Marvel movie. So it's
finally.
I'm sure it will be a great show. It is a great show. Will be a great show. But if you couldn't make it, we'll be putting up the audio for that, and you'll be able to hear that, and it'll be fun, and you'll hear from all of your favorite Asian friends. Quick shout out! Believe it or not, we still have a Patreon. You should why should you still contribute is because we want to keep the podcast like, I don't know how to say this, like going after we stop making it, because like there's still like upkeep. There's not a lot, but for anyone who's still on there, and there's a lot of people still on there, thank you so much. Shouts to I'm gonna randomly shout out people, just randomly: Brian Garcia, Emily Kay, Jasmine Ma. Wow, you're a director of UX Asians. That's great. So thank you very much for everyone who does that. If you're still interested in contributing just a little bit, that's cool too. It's patreon.com/Asian Not Asian Pod. And join the party. I think we're are we ready to bring on our guest?
I think so.
I think so too. Our guest is a podcaster, co-owner at Defector Media, formerly a host of the wildly popular Normal Gossip, and now she's got a new pod called Try Hard. Give it up for Alex Sujong Laughlin.
A really important fact check there is that I did not host Normal Gossip, but I produced it.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
That's okay. Sometimes I was on it, though.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
That counts.
You know what? You're more important than a host, as we know, right?
Agreed. Nothing happens without a producer.
Nothing happens without a producer. I mean, this is like, I'm literally writing a book right now that's like about this, about like,
really?
Yeah, it's like, why do we decide who is called the talent and who isn't? And like how that reflects and reinforces systems of power. Yeah, and it came out of like working as a producer and being like, oh my God, not with Kelsey, but like with other hosts being like, oh, these people don't know what the fuck they're doing at all. Yeah. And they would be nothing without me,
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah,
it's so true.
I will say that every so often when I'm on something and they list me as talent, I'm just like, thanks guys, because it feels good for someone to call you talent.
Yeah,
totally. I mean, I've spent like 5 years working on this already, so like anytime I come across the word talent in that context, I'm like, ooh, my skin, oh, I feel itchy.
Yeah, 100%.
What would be a better name for those people?
Performer, maybe.
Performer, okay. Face.
I was gonna say face. I was gonna say face.
Face.
Yeah.
Yeah. Face. Mouth. Know. This like I don't want to like diminish the labor that is performing. Like that is a whole thing, and like I am absolutely gonna have to take a nap after this. But like. It's just like that's not the only thing that's talent in this world.
Agreed.
Yes. Oh, that's so true. I also would prefer to be called The Mouth. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Check me out at onlyfans.com/Asian Not Asian Pod. So, thank you again for coming on the show. First, before I even ask, everybody, what kind of Asian were you this week? Did you get a haircut, Alex?
Oh, yes. I cut my own hair.
Really? It looks so good.
Thanks. Well, it's now been fixed. I have a video on my Instagram, but my hair was like really long, and I cut it off myself. And
really?
I was going for like French bob type of vibe, and it ended up like more like mullety in a way that I was not intending. So I went to a stylist and I was like, hello, please fix this. And she was like, I can't promise that this is going to look good, which I really respected, but I actually really like it. So.
Okay. Have you ever cut your hair before? Have you ever done that?
Yes. but never such a dramatic cut. I cut my hair during the pandemic, as I think many of us did. But in the last couple of years, there's this woman named Jane Matthews, who's like really big on TikTok and Instagram. And her whole thing is like teaching people how to cut their own hair with like a razor. And the haircuts are so cool. And it's like, I just watch the videos endlessly. And so I've paid her like so many dollars for like multiple classes that like she records on Zoom. Wow. Yeah, so I'm in it. I'm gonna keep cutting my own hair.
Wait, so you cut your hair with a razor?
Yeah, the video's on my Instagram.
Wow.
What?
Yeah.
Like, okay, wow. That's pretty cool.
Now,
I mean,
the way I'm like looking at my own hair and I'm like, I'm such an idiot for paying so much money to get my hair done.
Oh, I use scissors like a dork.
I gotta do it.
It was such a mess though. Like it looked cute on Instagram. Like all my friends, like, you know, I don't live near any of my friends. And so I would text them and be like, I think it looks bad. And they're like, no, it looks so cute. And I'm like, you have only seen a very specific angle that I posted on Instagram. So
I mean, that's what matters though. As long as it really looks good on Instagram.
Yeah.
I mean, haven't we accomplished the goal?
That's the most important thing.
Exactly.
Wait, so did something precipitate this? Is this the new Asian girls getting blonde hair thing?
Oh my God, I hope not. No, you know, I'd been thinking about it for a while and I knew I was going to do it at some point, but I didn't know when. And then I woke up one day and I was like, oh, today's the day.
I love that.
Okay.
I get it.
I'm watching the video now. It is cool. I'm reading all the coded visual language here too. You got the seltzer in the background. You got, you got the cool tattoos. Okay. You got the forestry, but like you're in a backyard flex, by the way.
Yeah.
I love this. It looks cute. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, it looks cute in the video. And then, I took a separate video that I sent to my hairstylist and was like, help me, please. She's like, I can make no promises.
Was your stylist going like, we're getting a lot of these cases right now? Yeah, there's been a rash of these.
Well, actually, she became a stylist in the last like 5 years. She was like previously working at a law firm or something. And she started cutting her own hair using the same woman's tutorials. And so she learned to cut her own hair and then went to beauty school and like switched careers completely.
Gotcha.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think I don't understand the cultural impact of this Instagram. Of this person cutting her own hair. I know.
I should be cutting my hair with a razor, straight razor.
I know.
It's like a straight up straight razor, like the kind you keep in your boot.
Yeah,
you know?
it's like Sweeney Todd style. Yeah, it is a safety razor, so it has like ridges that protect you, but yeah.
Our algorithms are different.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Thank you so much for joining us on the show, Alex. We like to ask everybody this. You know, what kind of Asian were you this week? Jenny, do you want to go first, or Alex, do you want to go first?
I can go first just to like set the tone.
Okay. Yeah. Jenny,
okay. So I was a wedding Asian.
Yes.
But specifically SoCal Asian wedding Asian.
Oh.
Very specific.
Yes, and if you're, if you're listening, because it was literally full of Asian people. If you're listening, beautiful wedding, no shade to that at all. It was my college roommate, beautiful, wonderful, like gorgeous. I just like have been away from SoCal Asian culture in a while, and I'm in my little Brooklyn comedy bubble, and I really re-entered the world of like Asian California, like ABG world.
Yep.
Where I was like, oh, okay, first of all, there are people here who are living life like they're, in my head, like 10 years ahead of me in terms of like settled downness. Like the person I sat next to at the wedding, his wife was pregnant, and I was like, oh, like how, I found out we were the same year in college. And then I was like, is this your first? And they were like, no, this is our fourth.
Whoa.
And then do you know what I said? I said 4? Like that, really loudly.
With that
That's
face?
so
4?
many.
Yeah, 4? Because I just like, I have barely any friends my age with kids here. And so to
Like
enter,
maybe
to be like,
one.
yeah.
Yes.
And so I just like was like, people can afford 4 children in California. I don't know. Like, it just like shook me. And everyone like, you know, it's like, oh, what's your job? Lawyer, doctor, consultant. Were like the 3 things, or software engineer.
So the wife and the husband were both those kind of like professional types.
Yeah.
Wild.
And I've been in my like artsy like Brooklyn circle and being like, oh my God, that's right. People are like out here being doctors. Like, I don't know. I just like blew my mind. But the thing that I found really interesting is like, how do I say? Well, okay. The groom was in a frat at at Irvine, which is a very predominantly Asian school, and so it was like a certain type of like bro who was there.
Was it like a white boy frat or like an Asian boy frat?
I mean, asked the same question, Alex. Excellent, excellent detective work.
Important context.
Very.
They were mostly Asian. Also, I think Irvine is mostly Asian, right? Like the school is like 90% Asian people. And so it was like an Asian frat vibe. I don't know if it was an Asian frat, but it was just like, that's what the majority of the people
were we talking about like they all have like amazing fade haircuts, wore those jackets, the Coach jackets? Do you know what I'm talking about? With their nicknames on the back?
Oh.
No.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
I have no
okay.
idea.
Maybe people don't do this anymore? Okay.
But his age range wise, he's like older. So it's like older frat boys. So they're like they're all married, but they have like the same like Ray-Ban sunglasses. And they like do you know like they had like a specific type of Ray-Ban sunglass. And
I bet their wives are all so beautiful.
All their wives are ABGs.
Yes.
They're like all like really beautiful Asian women, but I was like, you used to club. Like, I know, I can tell. And they definitely put their false lashes on for the wedding. Do you know what I mean? And like skin tight dresses, but they're all like beautiful.
Right.
And so like, it was just a vibe. I was like, oh my God, I haven't been around this in so long. And specifically what I was telling Mike about last night is there was this one, he was the husband of one of our friends. And I saw him the night before and he like, at the rehearsal dinner, and he was like casual. The night of the wedding, diamond earrings, huge diamond earrings.
I love that.
And just like, I was just like, that's right. Like there's this culture in California, which I was like, I don't know if there's a name for it. So I was called it ABB, Asian baby boy. But I was like for fancy occasions, you put the earrings on. He's a father and he's a physician.
Love this. Oh.
And I'm pretty sure they're like definitely own their like huge home in like Irvine. Like 100%. It's just like, but like the night you party where the kid's not here, you gotta put on those earrings and you're gonna drink and you're gonna dance to Lil Jon.
Oh my God.
Yep.
And everyone's taking their like pre-drinking supplements.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh snap. You mean the kind where you don't get as red?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was wondering if you were going to be down with the Asian culture, Alex, and you are. That's pretty good.
Oh no.
That's pretty good. Hey, we don't know. We were asking people if ABG had enough cultural penetration that people would know what an ABG is.
Yeah.
Because that sometimes feels to us like a very specific, like California, Southern California, maybe Houston, maybe, you know? Because I'll be honest, even in New York City, it's not like there aren't ABGs here, but it's not like as big a thing.
It's like really ubiquitous in the West.
Mm-hmm. Yes, exactly. It's much more of a, you know, I'm a pharmacy rep. You know, I keep it tight though. You know, yeah, I'm doing all that. I'm having the bachelorette party in Todos Santos. You know, that kind of thing.
It's interesting because like living here now, I am starting to realize how specific the experience is growing up as Asian in California. Like a lot of people are like, that is not the normal experience for people outside of California. So then that's when I'm like, what part of my experience was like California culture versus like Asian, quote unquote, Asian American, like overall experience. And the other pieces, people that I was like, because I think most of the people at the wedding are from and based in Southern California. So they like some people like just didn't have like a sense of the culture outside of there. And so when I would like try to ask questions, it was like, well, this is just normal. Like, or if that makes sense. So then afterwards I was trying to like summarize and refine my takeaways from like the wedding, like not about the actual wedding itself, but about like the culture of it. And I would like try to explain it to people here who don't know Asian culture. And I was like, oh, there's so much like foundational stuff that you have to explain. But then if you try to explain to people who are only living and breathing that, they don't understand why I'm even like what I'm even trying to like study, because they're like, this is just life. They're like, this is just like the air we breathe. So it's very interesting.
So I think I know the answer, but this was like, it was like mostly Asian people at this party.
Yeah. I mean, like
Asian,
the bridal party was basically all Asian. It's like that.
Gotcha.
And it was like 10 people.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's about right. The size of the party is also about right. So it was 45 people and they did a choreographed dance.
Yeah. That's exactly correct.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Okay, wait, can I also say this? The girls like rehearsed so much like for their dance, because we had to do like I was part of like the bridal party, so we did like the bridesmaids did like an entrance dance, and then the groomsmen did a separate entrance dance, and they rehearsed. And I think this is frat boy culture. Half rehearsed once, and I watched it, and they obviously did the Kendrick Lamar Super Bowl entrance dance, and it was
Oh my God.
so.
They walked in.
Yes, but they like it was so disorganized that you weren't quite sure. You were like, I know they're trying, and everyone knows what it should look like. And
Oh no, they all got a stroke.
And then they didn't make a plan for after, because they only thought about the walk part.
Just the walk.
Right. And then they just stood there.
They did the frat boy thing where they're like, oh,
yes,
you know, like
boy,
just kind of
what's
like,
up?
yeah, just like boy, like we're boys, and they did that for
Yeah.
like 30 seconds, and we're just like watching, and we're like,
Wait, what was your dance?
I can't. It was like a song that I can't remember. It was like a rap song, and we did the intro to it, and we did like a full choreographed dance with fake dollar bills with their dog on it
Amazing.
that we like created and printed out, and we like threw it up into the air.
Amazing.
So it was like fully planned out with props.
When did you have time to rehearse? Did they send you the steps beforehand?
No,
the
we
choreography
came.
beforehand?
We went to the rehearsal dinner early. We showed up 30 minutes early to learn the dance, and then throughout Sunday when we were doing hair and makeup, we practiced.
That's
Being a
terrifying.
woman, that's like the difference between being a woman and a man. Sometimes I'm
No,
like
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, I've done this. I had one of these once. It wasn't quite. Well, it was a pretty Asian wedding, but it was in Texas, so it wasn't like full open bore Asian baby girl. But the girls did a choreographed dance, and it was very nice. And the guys, we did plan it, which is the sad part. We did plan the walk in, and it was still disorganized, and there was no choreography. It was just like us walking in. The thing is, we had all chipped in to buy a Supreme money shooter gun. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? The Supreme money shooter gun? Okay.
Oh my God.
It's like a very expensive. It's maybe like $500. And
That's
so we
crazy.
bought on eBay. We all chipped in. And then we didn't like test it out with money. We used something, I don't know, like the play money they had or some, we screwed up in some way. Because when we walked in and we used the gun, it didn't fire. It didn't like shoot money anywhere. We heard it going. And nothing was happening. So it just looks like we're just waving around this like plastic gun.
Yeah.
And so then we had to take the money out of the gun and then throw it in the air ourselves. So that was a waste of $500 on top of
This is so crazy.
us doing that. It was pretty stupid.
But that's like
I don't know.
classic like groomsmen energy of like,
Yes,
I don't know, we'll figure it
100%.
out on the spot.
Yeah, dude,
We're all-
we'll do
we're
it. It's
all
okay.
guys,
Let's do
dude.
shots, bro.
Yeah. Dude, just take a shot and just have some fun.
Alex, I know you were in Greek life as well. Have you been to a lot of choreographed? Have you participated in many choreographed bridal party entries? Yes.
No.
No. Okay.
crucially, I was in Greek life, but like I was still me. And so I haven't really kept in touch with anybody.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I've been a bridesmaid in one wedding in my life, and it was like 10 years ago because that's when they were all getting married was 10
when
years
they
ago.
were getting married.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
When they were,
see.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, wow, I never want to do this again.
Yeah.
And
Really?
luckily, no
Okay.
one has asked me. It's very similar actually to like MLMs. Like you would think that I would get a lot of like MLM messages given that like
Yes, yes.
I was in
Yeah.
a sorority. I lived in Georgia, you know, who my Facebook friends are. I've
Yes.
gotten none. None.
Really?
Zero.
They
Are
knew
you
that they
offended
were
by
like,
that?
she's.
A little
Yeah.
bit, but I'm like, they were probably like, oh, she's a bitch. So,
Yeah.
no.
She's not going to fall for our scam.
No, I bet you what they're thinking is like, yeah, it's like, oh, it's gonna be hard to squeeze money out of her or whatever. Like, there's
Yeah.
probably
Yeah.
people where they're
She
like,
cuts her
where
own
they're
hair.
like,
She has no money. Yeah. So. Wait, so are all of your old Greek friends? Are they all MLM and stuff
Oh
like that?
no, but like a lot
Okay.
of the girls that I went to school with like definitely went
see.
through an MLM phase. It was
Phase.
like
Yeah.
a couple years out of college. I graduated 10 years ago, so
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
it was like, you know, years like 2 to 5 maybe.
Sure.
Yeah.
Post college,
Wow.
and a lot
Okay.
of them aren't doing it anymore.
that's
Yeah,
beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're working on the divorce, so that's what they're doing. Or they're working on their third or fourth kid, you know, also named Travis or
Yes.
Taylor or whatever it is.
Brantley.
But yeah,
Or like Braden, Brantley and Braden.
Braden's a good
Yeah,
one.
Braden and Brantley. They definitely have to all be alliterative.
Yeah, exactly.
That's so. That is so good. I speaking as a Brooklyn parent, I have not come across a single Braden this entire time. I think I've come across an like an Oasis maybe.
Oh,
and-
amazing.
Yeah, my son's name is pretty wacky too. So
Yeah,
I can't-
that's true.
I'm not judging anybody, but yeah, no Bradens with a mullet or anything like that. So that's a cool story. I enjoyed it. I mean, hold on here. One last question for the wedding thing. Did it get real messy?
No. Okay,
Really?
I need to make
I
it
guess
clear.
the people-
It's not just ABGs. It
Yeah.
was like there's a group of ABGs and then there's the half that's like the Berkeley nerds.
I see.
Like the quiet Asians.
I mean,
Yes,
they can
yes.
go hard. What
can go hard.
what ethnicity are we talking here predominantly?
I don't know if there's a predominant actually.
Oh, okay.
Like they were all type. It's like every flavor, but they're all nerds. So there's like the side that's like really nerdy, and
Yes.
like you can tell you could tell we all studied really hard for the APs. Like, do you know what I mean? Like you're there, and you know we're all in our mid-30s, and you're still like they for sure still have stress dreams about turning papers in on time. Like that's the group. There's like that's like half of them, and then the other half are like tatted and going yo like that. Yeah, and that's like the more like ABG like ABB side. Yeah.
Yeah. That's amazing. And you lived to tell it, and you made it
let me
here.
also say I barely drank. It was a Sunday wedding, and I think
Sunday?
everyone, and also we're just older, so everyone's like,
Yeah.
well, you know, it's Monday tomorrow. You know, it was like very like
Gotta
very
be sensible.
ultimately very chill wedding.
Yeah, that makes sense. Also, I mean, you're in San Juan Capistrano.
Yeah.
Was that where you were? And
Yeah.
so not a lot of options for after parties, I would imagine.
Yeah,
You know, you could check out the beautiful Mission that's there.
it's beautiful.
And, yeah, it's great, but that's pretty much it. You can't go clubbing.
No.
Which is what my story is going to be. But I want to turn it over and ask Alex, what kind of Asian were you this week?
I was a real filial piety Asian this week.
Oh, classic.
A classic.
Got to hear more about it.
Hit
Yeah,
it.
the
So
specifics.
my dad is on this like 5-week trip around the country where he's just like staying with everybody he's ever met and like
Wow.
hanging out. I don't know. Love that for him. But he was supposed to come
Hold
to
on here,
our
your dad's
place.
white.
Yes, that's important
Okay.
context here.
Okay,
yeah.
cool. Yes.
Yes. He was supposed to come to our house on, because that doesn't sound like an Asian dad, right?
It doesn't. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Not quite. But I wanted to clear it up. Yes.
Yeah. He was supposed to come to our house on Friday. But then I got a call and like stay for the long weekend. And then I got a call on Sunday, 5 days before, that was like, hey, I'm sick and I am supposed to like be up in the middle of nowhere for 5 days, and I was just wondering if I could come to your house instead.
Snap.
So I was like, okay. So yeah, I'm like full on like I'm such a good daughter. Oh my God. I've been like kicked out of my office all week. This is my first time being back in my office since like Sunday.
Wait, so is your dad there right now?
Yeah.
Whoa, and you're doing this podcast. I love it.
Yeah.
You are, that is Mulan level filial piety.
Yes, truly.
Mulan level. You know, it's either fight the Huns or let him crash at your pad for a week. Those are the same level in my mind.
While sick.
If you're dealing with hair issues like thinning or shedding but feel totally stuck on what to try next, I get it. There are so many products out there and it's hard to know which ones are actually going to do anything. That's exactly why I gave Nutrafol a closer look. It's not just hype, it's physician formulated, clinically tested, and even recommended by dermatologists. Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement brand, trusted by over 1.5 million people. You can feel great about what you're putting into your body since Nutrafol hair growth supplements are backed by peer-reviewed studies and NSF Content certified, the gold standard in third-party certification for supplements. See thicker, stronger, faster-growing hair with less shedding in just 3 to 6 months with Nutrafol. For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off your first month subscription and free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com and enter the promo code ASIAN. Find out why Nutrafol is the best-selling hair growth supplement brand at Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code ASIAN. That's Nutrafol.com, promo code ASIAN. So I'm in my 40s, and you know when you're in your 40s, your body is changing. I'm talking about no more late-night karaoke, yes, more late-night backaches. I've got the sciatica thing that you wouldn't believe. For years during the pandemic, I was sleeping on cheap mattresses that were just ruining my life. I'd have trouble sleeping, or I'd just wake up in the middle of the night because my back was killing me. And then all day I'd be tired and I'd be grumpy because I didn't sleep good, plus I'd be in pain. But things started changing when I got my Helix Sleep Mattress. It gives me the support I need while still being comfortable for my wife and me and occasionally my kids who sneak into our bed. My back pain has improved and I'm sleeping deeper and for longer thanks to my Helix. I'm healthier and happier because I'm getting the rest I need. Right now, go to helixsleep.com/Asian for the Labor Day sale extended for 25% off site-wide. That's helixsleep.com/Asian for the Labor Day sale extended for 25% off site-wide. Make sure you enter our show name after checkout so they know we sent you. That's helixsleep.com/Asian.
Wild sick.
Did you have to take care of him?
Yeah, is he okay?
A little bit. Yeah, he's fine.
Okay.
He came and I was like, you want some tea? You want like, here's some NyQuil, whatever.
Aww.
And yeah, he slept for like 2 days straight and now he's okay.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. It sounds like you guys are close then, if you can like, if that's no biggie.
It's nice. It's nice. We didn't grow. I almost said we didn't grow up together. I didn't grow up with him because my parents are divorced. So
Got
yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, okay. So, yeah, I mean, how did it make you feel? Like, did you get this the filial piety thing? Of course, like everybody kind of has this with their parents, but like, for sure Asian people like hit it pretty hard. Where did your mom instill that really hard with you or like how did you feel going through this?
Oh yeah, like the thing with, I mean, it's like family in general, but like my parents specifically, it's like if they ask me to do anything, my boundaries are gone. Like
really,
I spent all this time in my 20s doing therapy and like trying to, build up my boundaries, like saying no to people. I'm like, oh, you need something? Let me lay in this puddle for you so you can step over my back,
yes. Oh man.
Yeah. I get
don't know where it like, I don't remember anybody specifically like instilling that in an explicit way, but it was just always like,
It's just there.
It's just there.
I
feel that
no one has to even say it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, of course.
But
Sorry.
yeah, I do feel. Yeah, no, I totally hear you, and I ask because it seems like, obviously a common thread we see. Do you know Michelle Zauner, Japanese Breakfast?
Oh.
Do you know her?
I mean, I don't know her personally, but
Okay, I feel you will one day meet her because you're kind of in the world. And
I agree.
she's
Half
also
Koreans out
half
there talking
Korean.
about being half Korean.
Talk about being half Korean, and she's got this whole, she's got her book, and the filial piety there is formative, for her.
Yes.
For all kinds of reasons, and to a certain extent, even like Young Mi Mayer is, she has some of that going on, even though she is, she is Young Mi. So, but you feel like the dynamic, I guess, and it's always interesting to me because obviously I am like that, but at the same time, I think sometimes my parents don't ask me for stuff like that because I'm a boy. I'm serious.
Yes.
Like, they
totally.
They ask my sisters. I was going to ask, do you have siblings?
I do, but they're all a lot younger than me. So none of them are, well, I don't want to say none of them are independent. Two of them are fully living out on their own, but they're still a little bit like transitioning into adulthood.
They're not volunteering for the Imperial Army. You can say it. It's okay.
Yes.
The analogy continues. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Well. Is he still hanging out this weekend? Are you ready to kind of get him out the door? He's like, hey, I need to get out.
He's still hanging, but
hanging.
he made us breakfast this morning. It was really good.
Nice.
So yeah, it was great.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, hopefully, hoping your dad feels better and gets out of your hair. Okay. Jenny is doing okay. Okay. I guess you can. How about Alex? You can ask me what kind of Asian I was.
Okay. Mike, what kind of Asian were you this week?
Okay. I was wait, hold on here. I was Asian clubbing Asian.
Oh.
Yes.
Wow.
I went full on. I guess Korean clubbing. I'll just call it Asian clubbing, but it was. Are you familiar with booking? Do you know what that is? Booking.
No.
Oh, you don't know what booking is?
Like in what context? I don't even know what you're saying.
Okay. I'm about to show you a little bit of your culture, okay?
Oh, thank you. I need it.
You're welcome. Yeah, ask your friends about this. But I didn't do this, but booking is a Korean form of clubbing where the boys, the guys, they all chip in and they get a table.
Okay.
And it's like fairly expensive, right? As you can imagine. It's like, $1,000, let's just say, right?
Oh my God.
To get
In
this
a
table.
club?
Yeah, maybe in a club, right? And maybe even more now, but with inflation. So the guys go in there, they get a table. It's a given that women are allowed to come into the. Hey Jenny, I'm explaining to Alex what booking is.
Oh yes, sorry, Wi-Fi issues.
No worries. So booking, okay. So then the men have to pay all this money, and men generally you have to have a table. You can't. I couldn't just walk in with my boys and not have a table.
Huh.
Women can come in, and it's free or very inexpensive for them to get into the club. They're dancing, they're doing their thing, and the men at the table. There's this whole thing where the staff at the club are trying to introduce you to women.
Whoa.
You can ask the staff to be like, I want to talk to the girl with the pixie haircut over there, or I want to talk to whoever. You don't have to. If you, Alex, went to this club, you don't have to go and talk to them. This is not like that kind of, you don't have to. But it's implied that since you got in for free, they can come in. You can sit down and have a drink with them. They give you a drink, They're kind of that whole thing is happening. You don't have to sit and talk to me. You don't even have to go over, but again, it's like strongly implied that this is a whole thing that's happening. There's even some clubs, I've only heard about this, I don't know if this is true, where like the tables are in another room and the men can see the women on a TV screen to the dance floor and then tell the waiter to be like, "Oh, I like this girl here. I'd love to talk to her." And then he'll find her and bring him over. And apparently this is
wild.
Yeah. So I've been booking before. I didn't go booking this last week.
Wait. Is this Korean or is it Korean American?
Oh, that's a good question. I only know of it in a Korean American context. So like in LA, they have these booking things.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So, what was I saying? So I didn't do that this week. I just went to a regular Asian, nightclub situation. One of my friends is a DJ. He's kind of like an emerging DJ, and so he is, he got like a slot, and he's like, "Hey, come through to this thing." He's he's quite a bit younger than me. Super nice guy, and he is he had like a pregame and everything. Like to the invite, he had a pregame. I haven't been to a pregame in maybe like 10 years. Okay, I don't do that anymore. The main game is the only game there is. There is no other game.
Yeah.
Then the after game of going to bed.
Yeah.
So I went to I didn't go to the pregame because it overlapped with bedtime for my kids, so didn't go to that. But I went to this club. I get there way too early. The guy's like, "We're not open yet," and I'm like, "It's 10:30." What?
Oh my God.
Ben X Kim, who's a fan of the pod, he came with me. Me and him alone went karaoke. We went to karaoke.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, which was attached to the club, and great time, by the way. Highly encourage men to go karaoke with their boys, just men on men, not men on men. That sounded funny, but
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Just go with your boys. It's therapeutic and it's all good.
There's
We
an
had a good
epidemic
time.
of male loneliness.
That's what I'm
Yes.
talking about.
Cure
We need
it
these
with karaoke.
cure it with karaoke. Some BGs and the third space. So eventually the club opens, and we go into this club, and I was very nervous at first because I go in there, and like when you first walk in, like everybody there, I mean, Asian people look young, but when an Asian person is young,
Yeah.
they still got gills, they're just like super duper young.
Yes.
And they must have been like, maybe in their like early mid 20s. And I was like, oh fuck, I'm like a full century older than these people. But fortunately, my DJ friend, he had a table, and his friends were there, and they were probably like in their late 20s, early 30s, which was like okay there, and they were very nice. All of his friends were super cool, and it was actually a lot of fun. You know what I realized is that I told this story at the last episode. I'm sorry, but it doesn't matter. I just I you know what it is? It's because I got really excited to tell Jenny about it, and to tell and because you had mentioned clubbing. So for our listeners, you're hearing the story again, but it's new for these two.
It's new for me.
It's new for these two, and what was I saying? So it was really fun. I highly suggest older people who are married with kids go clubbing. Because when you don't have to worry about romance or anything like that, clubbing is a great time.
Like when
when
you're
you
not
don't have,
worried about like the way people are seeing you, and you can just do whatever.
well, no, I still worried about people seeing me because I want to look fly as hell.
I
But
see,
like
okay.
that's a different thing.
Yeah, that's a mic thing.
That's a mic thing. I did get one compliment on my suit. I couldn't tell if it was being sarcastic. I want to say that she was like, "I like your suit." I'm like, "Okay, great, that's fine." So, but I didn't. So, like, usually, if I was younger, if somebody said, "I like your clothes," I have to talk to that person. But this time, I was like, "No, I don't have to talk to you. In fact, you want to like." If you try to talk to me, I'll just show you pictures of my children, and that'll completely shut everything down. So, I know you guys are still on the youngish side. I don't know if you've been clubbing recently, Jenny or Alex. You guys been clubbing
No, I don't think there's ever been an age where I clubbed. So
It's really not me, but I had these friends who like to go clubbing like twice a year in Providence where I used to live. So I have been twice in the last year.
there are clubs in Providence.
Yeah, like 2.
What are the
I
clubs
had no
like
idea.
in Providence?
Oh, like it's in a basement. It's dark. It's the DJ is like 16 years old. Yeah.
Oh no!
Oh my god!
But it's really fun. It's fun going with like a bunch of people in
fun.
their 30s and 40s.
Yeah.
Right. When you don't have to like any of the romantic subtext is removed, it's just a listening party. I said this before. It's just a dance. It's just a listening party with drinks and it's a great time. Alex, I'm dying to know though, at one of these clubs, I don't know what the dress code is, but what does like a cool alt girl like yourself wear to the club?
I think the last time I went to the club, That sounds so crazy coming out of my mouth.
Yeah. You can't even say anything because you went twice in last year.
I know.
You are a clubbing girl.
Yeah,
Alex.
you're a club
That's
girl.
me, actually.
Actually, maybe what happens is you stop being Alex, you then become Sujong. You know?
Yeah.
That's-
Yes.
Yeah. It was so fun though, because I was like, if this wasn't so late, I would do this more. But unfortunately, it's too late at
Yes.
night.
it's so late.
Do you know about Meals chef pants?
I think
Have you
I
heard
do.
of these?
Yes, I know
They
the
have
chef
like a
pants.
little
Oh.
bit of a cult following.
They do.
Yeah, the brand is called Meals. They are chef pants. They are like very big elastic waistband, like canvas pants.
Yeah.
And I have a pair of like beige ones. And I wore that with just a black tube top.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
and I
hey,
felt
party
good.
on
I
top?
felt cool. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that sounds cool.
Yeah.
You had me a tube top. I think that's what's important.
Yeah.
I like these pants, by the way. I think my wife would really like these.
Yeah.
They're
I
fun.
do
You
think
can fit a book in every pocket.
Into the
that's
pockets.
amazing.
They're huge.
I feel like soon, because like it's like very utilitarian. I feel like we're gonna get to a point where we're all wearing scrubs.
Yes.
When I was in college, I thrifted a scrubs top because I was like, I love the vibe. I love like, oh, the
vibe of-
pockets. Like it's very, utilitarian art smock vibes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then I was like, these are literally scrubs. I cannot wear this. So I ended up redonating it back.
Yeah. I love the idea though. It's like, this is useful. Why not?
Yeah.
Now I'm shopping. I'm on the Meals website. They have
Yeah,
It's a fun
a
site.
forager pant. I like this a lot. It's a little bit of a throwback. The UX on here is real janky, and I'm here for it.
Janky in
Wow.
a deliberate way.
Yes, janky in a deliberate way. This is cool. I love this.
Wow.
Yeah.
I am so flattered that I just turned you on to a clothing brand that
Did you?
you think is cool.
I'm all about utilitarianism still. I love. Oh, there's vests. Oh shit, this is awesome.
Next time I see Mike, he's gonna be in a full chef's like meal chef's outfit, like just like vest, pants, like everything.
Oh, they
My,
have like a new pair of shorts that have a pocket right in the front. They're waiter shorts. That's really funny.
Shorts. Let's look at these shorts. Okay, it's for everyone who's listening. If you want to follow along in this shopping segment,
With crotch
it's,
pocket.
Meals.clothing. Let me see this thing. Oh, with crotch pocket. Yes. Choose option.
Wow.
Yes. Oh my god. This is great. I feel maybe I've even heard of these, but maybe not. I don't think so. This is really cool. Why there's a tab on here just called 69. I'm gonna click on that. Oh, it just whoa.
Nice.
Huh. Okay. It's a very cool magazine. You see
Okay.
this? It's a cool magazine.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
69.us.
My
All right.
Wi-Fi
Sure.
is too bad for me to do that.
No, don't do it. Maybe do incognito mode first, maybe. But
Yeah.
this that's pretty cool.
69 website.
Yeah.
yeah. Meal 69.
Yeah.
It's like when I was in like middle school and Googling like kiss.
Yeah, exactly. That's very sweet.
Yeah, we won't get into that. We won't
Yeah.
get into our search terms, pre-Google search terms. Well, Sujong, we've used all of the time. No, we really have. But I want to ask you a bunch of questions here. As
Okay.
you've got this new. You are a producer at Normal Gossip, and then you kind of you stepped away, and now you got this new pod. I guess like pointedly, I want to ask because this pod is going to end. This one, the one you're
Yeah,
on, right?
yeah.
The helicopter is leaving the roof of the building. Do you have any advice about starting something new, or something scary, especially because your pod is, it's called Try Hard, and it's about people who are trying new things.
Yeah.
And hey, I've been doing this podcast for way too long, and so I'm gonna try to do some new stuff. What have you learned from your experience and from doing your show about the situation we're gonna go through?
Well, first of all, like when I saw that you guys were ending the show, I was like selfishly, damn, because like I wanted to come on, but now I'm here, so it's great.
Yeah.
But also, like anytime somebody ends a project, I'm like, hell yeah, I love that for you.
Yeah.
I think it's so great. I think that especially like with podcasts or like media projects in general, it's so easy to just keep it going longer than it should go. Because like if you're making money from it or if you have an audience or something, like the momentum of it can just keep you going for so much longer than you should.
Yes.
And I've seen so many shows that I love just sort of crumble into the ground because they were forced to keep going long past they should have been winded down. So I love to see people walk away from a project and sunset, I guess, to be SoCal Asian about it, sunset a project. Yeah, because I think it just like it reveals a kind of abundance thinking for you where it's like, oh, like there's so much more available to me than this great thing that I've already done. So I love that. It is hard. It's terrifying. I remember like, you know, we were planning the transition for like a year. So it was a whole thing and we were thinking about it a ton. We had so many conversations, but when it finally happened, I was like, whoa, I'm kind of scared. Like, what if I don't do anything again? What if I don't have another good idea?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think about that all the time. Like, I'm like, what if this is it? I stop recording and then I just move to Irvine, you know, and then just become
a pharmacist.
A pharmacist, an ABB, you know.
Yeah.
I've got the diamond earrings. I do.
Yeah.
I'm ready, you know.
Yeah.
But I do think about that, you know. Yeah,
and I think there's something to be said about lying fallow. Like, I think that if I were to look at my situation over the last year, like winding down my time with Normal Gossip and then starting a new show, I maybe wouldn't have recommended such a short period in between. But I am mentally ill. And so this is simply what happened. But I think that like, you know, look at someone like Taylor Swift, who also compulsively creates and releases.
Yes.
I just don't think it's actually good for the art to be putting stuff out so constantly.
Yes. Did you mean to say you're mentally ill as like a half joke? Because we do that all the time.
Oh, I mean, it's a joke, but also not a joke.
Okay,
Yeah.
Perfect. That's exactly what we say.
Yeah,
it.
we see that too. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Because I'm not here to make fun of your mental illness, but but if you
you could totally make fun of it.
No, but if you're mentally ill, like we're mentally ill, then you should definitely make fun of it.
Yeah.
And I just had to look up what lying fallow means because I thought you just hit me with some like Shakespearean language just now. You know? And it means a state of being uncultivated, unused, or unproductive for a period, often to rest and rejuvenate. Oh,
Yeah.
that sounds nice.
I need that so badly.
Hardcore.
Yeah.
You need it. And like, you need time. Like, I don't know. I gardened for a while in a former place that I lived in. And like, I remember reading that like, you can't grow tomatoes in the same spot every year. Like you have to like move it or like give your soil like a year to recoup the nutrients and the balance and stuff before you can grow tomatoes again. And I'm like, I love that. I love thinking about like our brains and bodies like we are plants because we basically are, you know?
100%. I think I feel like with things ending, I feel, and this might be Asian or just a me thing, but it's like a guilt that I'm like not gonna work hard. Like I'm like, I'm just gonna like, it's just, I'm gonna have some time, which is what I want. It's like, oh, it'd be nice to have time to like think of new things. Cause right now I feel like I'm kind of don't have enough time to think. At the same time, there's that guilt. I'm like, what do I need time for? I should be working hard and grinding. So that's like the weird dichotomy of this ending. But you're right. We're plants. We need like we're very similar to that. We need like a second.
And also like your perception of your output is like so much, it's so skewed compared to like the public's perception. Like,
Right.
I think you've got like a good year and a half before people are like, what's she up to?
Yeah,
You know?
that's true. Yeah, totally.
Oh my gosh, man, will America still exist in a year and a half? I mean, we got to get moving.
Probably
here.
not.
Yeah.
Probably not.
That's the most important
That's-
variable we're relying on.
Yeah.
It really is. How about for anyone, for your podcast? I mean, it's called Try Hard. Again, you have all these people who want to do something new, something that scares them often, right? And I was listening to one, and it's so specific. They wanted to kind of start collecting bugs
Yes.
and getting through this like kind of phobia with a kind of phobia with bugs and this kind of barrier with bugs, and they had to get through all these different things in order to like collect them. Do you have anything, have you noticed anything about people who are starting, not even for us, but just like anyone out there listening, like something that you notice, like, oh, I've noticed anyone who starts something new, this is like something that's helped them or what have you?
Yeah. A couple things. Like one of them is that like the story that you tell yourself about yourself is often the thing that's like getting in the way of you doing the thing. If that makes sense. It's like,
Yes.
I'm not the kind of person who does this, and so I can't do it.
Yeah.
And so that's like usually the first hurdle. That's like a really important hurdle to get over. But then the other thing is like, there is inevitably always a moment with every episode where a person is like standing outside a door and they're like, I am going to throw up, or like my stomach's going to fall out of my butt. I just want to go home. This is such a bad idea. Why am I doing this?
Yes.
That moment is like such an important moment because you make a choice right there.
Yes.
And honestly, I think that's the moment that's harder than actually doing the thing. It's just like taking that step forward, going like
Totally.
opening that door. Because once you're in it, you're doing it,
Yeah.
So it's like knowing that moment is going to happen and it's going to feel really bad, but also like most of the time you're not even afraid of the thing. You're afraid of how you'll feel doing the thing.
Yes.
You know?
Right.
And
Yes.
those are different.
Right.
Yeah. You always hear people, especially with like when you're doing stand up or getting into a new class or something like that. Once you're in it,
Yeah.
it's like it's nothing. You're just kind of you're fish in water. Like you're just doing it. You're just living it.
Yeah.
But like when you're in your car,
Yes.
sitting in the
Yes.
parking lot, that's where
Yes.
everybody loses the nerve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you
that's-
finally
that's
get to the
point.
door. Wow. I love that too about the story thing because, I think sometimes you tell yourself a story and it's like it can get you to somewhere new, but a lot of times it reinforces something that everybody has their own life story. This is who I am, whatever. And you don't realize that it can be a trap or it can be a cage.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden like you said, I'm not this. I'm Mike, and I don't do that.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is no joke what I talked to my therapist about yesterday.
Oh my God.
Like,
Amazing.
the timing of this is like really wild because what I'm working on is noticing when I'm doing that thing where you create a story. Because I think most of us are doing it without realizing we're doing it.
Oh, yeah.
We're just like, oh, this is who I am. Like you don't realize that like that part is as a narrative that you've told yourself. And so, yesterday I was talking through stuff and she's like, okay, I think there's like a narrative here and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, and then so like part of what I'm working on is noticing when there's a narrative and then like rebuilding a different narrative. And it could be anything little, but that's so fun. Like, that's so crazy that's like what your like podcast essentially like.
Yeah. And like the narratives, like it's not bad to have a narrative, but it's like it's bad to not know that you have a narrative.
Right.
Because like eventually you look up and like your world has gotten so small because of all of these like stories you've told about yourself and about other people and about the world.
Right.
It's worth just like checking in and being like, why do I believe this?
Totally. That's some therapy shit right there. Yeah, you gotta get to the point where you can explain that to someone and then charge them $250 an hour. That's the key. That's value.
That's my new
That's
monetization strategy.
And that's the new project we're starting after the end of this podcast. Thanks very much, Alex.
Yeah. No break time. We're going right into building that app.
We're going right into that. Everybody, put your business suits on.
Yeah.
The last thing here, and I told you about this at the beginning here, is just I just hit it all caps. I wrote this yesterday after our show when I was sitting there, and on the Uber ride home, and it says, "Hit us with some tortured mixed race shit." And that's
Okay,
what
I'm
I wrote it
curious.
down.
Why did that come to you as a bullet point? Like, is it just because I'm mixed, or for like specific reasons?
I think because I've been checking out your content, right? And it's like a bunch of I watched you on Middle Brow with Brian Park and Dan Rosen. I've been listening to a little bit of Normal Gossip. I know you're not the host of it, but I listened to some of that. I listened to some of your new one, and I was like, I didn't hear the tortured mixed race shit, and I was wondering where the tortured mixed race shit is. And I got a little bit of it from the filial piety, and I know it's there.
Oh,
I know it's there.
my
Nobody
God, it's
cuts
so
their
there.
hair off with a razor blade without some tortured mixed race shit up in there.
Oh my God. Yeah. No, I'm so tickled by that. Because I mean, I used to be like the tortured mixed race girl for real.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I made a whole podcast for the Washington Post in like 2017 it was called Other.
Oh.
And it's a like 5-part podcast about the multiracial experience.
Yes.
So I went really deep on that, like for a couple of years. I think that like I've seen this lady on TikTok who says that like there are like different levels of racial awareness that like Asian Americans specifically go through. And then I think there's like a special tier for like mixed Asians.
Sure,
but like
sure.
the first tier of awareness is like, who am I? Where do I
Yeah.
belong?
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm grateful that I went through that in like 2015, 2016.
Yeah.
And, I've processed it mostly, but like my husband will still occasionally be like, damn, you have such a complex about being perceived as Asian. And I'm like, I know.
Whoa.
Yeah. I mean, so here's another TikTok. I watched a TikTok yesterday about a guy who like used this AI thing. Like he spoke into it and it analyzed his accent and was like telling him if he had the Asian American accent, basically.
I see.
And his percentage
No,
was like, it was like 2% Chinese was his
Okay.
thing. So then I was like, oh, well, I'm absolutely doing this.
Yeah.
So I like looked up the app and I did it and I got 7% Chinese. And I was like,
What?
oh, okay. I don't think I actually have the accent, but
Yeah.
I was thrilled by that.
Yeah, you started stroking your Fu Manchu and shit, and drinking jasmine tea. I was like, oh.
Oh my God.
What is this? I don't know if I want to give air to this app because it
Yeah.
sounds a little bit to me like when you go to karaoke and at the end they give you a score for your
Yes.
singing. Pretty sure that's nonsense, but
Yes,
this
yes.
is, but
I don't remember
so
what it was
funny.
called. I'm sorry.
it's totally fine. I don't want to give
So
more
we'll
oxygen
find
to
it and send it to each other on a text thing
we'll do it.
afterwards.
We'll send it on WhatsApp so it's encrypted.
Yeah.
What is the that's so funny and like gosh, that's a whole other thing about. I've been thinking about if Asian Americans have an accent, and I feel sometimes they do, but then I'm like, I think it's mainly just because the people who I perceive as having an accent, an Asian American accent, they're Americans. They're born in America. They're fluent in English, but they have an accent that is an inflection of the fact that they probably speak another language more than 50% of the time. Like
Totally.
to whoever, their parents or
Yeah.
some shit like that. But they're
But
straight
I-
up Americans.
Yeah. But I feel like there is an accent. I cannot define it, but I can
can't either.
tell you when I hear it, and there is an accent.
Somebody,
There is.
yes, I do, and I think somebody a long time ago when maybe I was first starting the podcast, somebody was like, they didn't know that I was Asian until they listening to the show until they saw my name.
That's
And I was
crazy.
like, oh, you don't have that the little thing that
No,
California
you can
guys
totally
have.
hear it. Yeah.
So weird. So I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Now I want to listen to this. Now I want this app. Now I got some Now I've got some tortured mixed race shit that I gotta go through.
Welcome.
Thanks, Alex.
Welcome. Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah, it's weird though. Like my siblings all have the accent, but like
Oh, really?
we did not speak. Like my little sister has even less Korean than I do. Like my mom was like freshly immigrated when she had me, and so like my like earliest memories are of her speaking Korean to me, of like a Konglish thing.
Yeah.
And she was so much more assimilated by the time my sister was born.
Sure.
But somehow my sister has the accent,
Interesting.
but I don't think I really have it, and
No,
I
I
don't.
don't think you
I
do.
don't know
Think so.
what is going on there.
Where were you raised?
Everywhere.
Okay.
My dad's in the army, so
Got it.
yeah, spent a lot of time in Hawaii and in Kansas.
Okay, because I was gonna say I think there's an accent for Hawaii. I have a lot of family in Hawaii.
Oh, there is, yeah.
And
I
so
think
there's
a,
like
a Hawaiian accent.
the
for sure.
Hawaiian accent, which I think my aunt has a lot of, but my dad did not, which is interesting because like it just I think depends on like time spent and like
Yeah.
what schools you went to.
And
Yeah,
when.
where you went.
And
Yeah,
when.
you went. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's the California accent, but I think there's one that's different in NorCal versus SoCal. I think they're different. Because I think there's a distinct SoCal one to me. Yeah. And I don't know outside of that because I don't have any family there. So if you're Asian and there's other Asian accents from somewhere else, you have to explain that to me.
This is crazy. I mean, it's a bummer that this podcast is ending because now I feel like we reached a whole new vein of
Yeah.
I know.
of
Could be an
of-
investigation.
yeah, there could be a 5-part series that I do about the Korean
Mike, what
American
if we
accent.
just shifted directly into a narrative, just like kind of like investigative podcast?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like us
serial
doing
music plays.
Yeah,
so,
and
yeah,
it's
the
like
little-
us
little
doing
piano.
voiceovers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
a cold October morning.
The people
Miking
in
up-
Braxton, Missouri are like any other Americans, except for one thing. Wow. Yeah, just instead of like leaning away from podcasting, just lean in as hard as possible.
as
Like,
hard as possible. Yeah, and it's still about Asian stuff.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, just like a murder mystery, but centered around like soup dumplings. It's just
Yeah,
for-
exactly.
For 24 episodes. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay. Well, thank you very much for coming on the show and just giving us the amazing magic, which is Alex.
Wow. Thank you.
Yeah, it's where can our fans find you and what you're doing?
Well, my podcast is called Try Hard. You can find it on any podcast app and on YouTube. I am partial to Pocket Casts as an app, so I'm just going to
Oh.
put that out there.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's whatever. I wrote a whole blog about it. It's not
Oh, okay.
important. And I'm on Instagram at Alex Laughs.
You can find the podcast on Instagram at Asian Not Asian Pod. You can find me on there at Nice Pants Bro.
I'm at Jenny Arimoto.
Oh wait, hold on here. One more thing. This will be kind of like the post credits little bonus thing. You said something about K-pop Demon Hunters that was interesting.
Oh,
What was
yeah,
the
I
thing?
forgot.
What was that thing?
Oh yeah, like I was watching it and I was like, oh my god, this is biracial discourse, because like
Oh.
the main girl, like her whole thing is like, I'm a hunter, but I also have patterns, and it's like, who am I? Where do I belong? Like, oh my god, like I want to belong in one world, but I am of both.
Whoa, yes.
It's biracial discourse.
You're so right.
Yeah,
And it's like so wow. I'm like, okay, now I'm like having I've watched the movie like multiple times. I'm like having
Me too.
flashbacks. I'm like, oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah.
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 Wow.
Yeah. Let's get that accent detector app and get the Huntrix people to speak into it. And what accent? Oh, you got 8% Chinese and 4% demon. You know. Wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Again, thank you very much for coming on the show. Hit us up next time you're in New York City. We're here and we love to hang out with you. Until then, this isn't the last episode. We'll let you know when it's the last one. But we still got some stuff to do. We still got work to do. And until then, we love you guys. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.